Good day to you viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange, British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. To a Columbia record 9007, I understood, from the Maid of the Mountains, sung by... oh, it's actually written by Laurie Frece and H. Fraser Simpson, of course. This is Laurie Frece, one of the co-authors. Comedian with Daly's Theatre Orchestra. Here we go.
I cannot cope with people who can never take a hint. You know the sort of person that I mean. To some, a wink's as obvious as speech or even print, and that's the kind of man I've always been. I used to represent a life insurance company, a job that needs diplomacy and tact. I called upon a man one day about a policy, and instinct told me just how I should act. I pointed out what he would gain if he insured his life, and said it was his duty to his children and his wife. Well, he didn't say he wouldn't, and he didn't say he would. But when he pulled a large revolver out, I understood. Of course, like other fellows, I have had a love affair. The memories that remain are rather mixed. For a woman has to be approached with boldness, tact and care, and that's the plan of campaign that I had fixed. I told my girl I loved her and requested her to wed. She heard me out with patience to the end. I cannot at the moment just recall the words she said, but I know they had a non-committal trend. You see, she didn't say precisely that she wouldn't be my wife. She spoke of my appearance and my morals and past life. But she didn't say she wouldn't, and she didn't say she would. But when she took the muzzle off the dog, I understood. I'm very fond of racing. I'm a British love of sport, and always go to meetings when I can. I pride myself I'm not the kind of mug that can be caught. They know me as a knowledgeable man. I recollect the year that How's Your Father won the cup. I backed it on the course at 10-1. I tell you, I was nervous till they put the all right up. Then I started for the bookie with a run. Well, he didn't say exactly that I hadn't backed the horse, but I could tell by his expression that he was just a trifle cross. He didn't say he wouldn't pay, he didn't say he would. But when he asked his clerk to hold his coat, I understood. I've always had a fancy for the art of self-defense. I did a bit of boxing as a kid. I revelled in the training, but I hated the expense. But once I nearly won a fight, I did. I challenged Hickey and Hogan for the belt at 8-4. My word, that was a fight and no mistake. Well, I struggled through for 7 rounds and couldn't stand much more, so thought a proposition I would make. Well, I led and went into a clinch and whispered on the break, "Don't knock me out, but win on points, and my share you can take." Well, he didn't say he wouldn't, and he didn't say he would. But when I heard the doctor say, "Drink this," I understood.
Well, that was interesting, wasn't it, viewers? An almost silent surface. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you, and goodbye.